Hi, Erin. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Do we have anybody online yet?
Let's see. Not yet. I just logged on, so we'll wait for some people to join.
That would be nice. Are you staying safe with the fires?
Trying to. I'm in traffic.
So anybody on here?
Linda Fuller is here.
Oh, hi, Linda. Can you hear us?
We've got a few other people, but it's not showing me who. Sherry's on here.
Okay, so
Masser.
we've got a few people online.
There's a few other people, but it's not showing me your names. That's okay.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. This Facebook Live came about because you guys probably know that I am obsessed with these beautiful things. I mean, I just love pomegranates, and if there's only one fruit, this would be it for me. So Angela Wiseman actually had this great suggestion for me to show you guys how do I cut and peel this and all the things that I do with this. You know, in the Middle East, we eat a ton of pomegranates. And I remember when I was little, my grandfather would take these. And back then, you know, it was smaller than this. But he would take it and just roll it and just squish it to death. And then he would put a hole in there and put a straw, and we would just drink it. You can't get more fresh pomegranate than that. I mean, the juice is absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And these little beauties are great in your salads, in your rice, in your hummus. Like, I literally can put this on just about anything. In fact, for the holiday cooking class that we've got coming up in less than a week, oh, actually, no, a little over a week.
1 week, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
2 days.
making a wild rice salad using the pomegranates in there. So don't be afraid of these little jewels. They're really tasty and they're delicious. And yes, it's a little time consuming in cutting them up and getting the seeds out. But you know what? It's well worth it. And for me, I kind of find it therapeutic. So that's what I do. If you're wondering what this little pink thing is on my hip, well, this is my pedometer that I wear every day because we got to get our steps in. So
Nice.
what you're going to need is a cutting board and your fishy colander.
Oh, it is a fish.
It's a fish.
Like Dory the fish.
Dory the fish. My aunt got it for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the top. Okay? And just be careful because it does splatter. And then this is why I'm wearing gloves, actually. We're going to do that. Cut off the bottom so that way it's got a stable point. Then I'm going to go through with a sharp knife. And I'm going to cut this portion.
They have a lot of vitamins in them too, don't they?
Full of vitamins and nutrients, and it is just like, who doesn't like pomegranates? I don't understand. Then what I'm going to do with my sharp knife is I'm going to take it and I'm literally going to score it all the way down. And I'm going to do this.
So you don't cut all the way through.
No, I'm not cutting through. I'm just scoring it. There are many, many different ways of doing this. You're just going to have to find the way that works for you. I know when I was at True North, Ramses Bravo, my God, he peeled this like within a matter of 2 seconds flat. And then you're just going to take it apart. Look. You're just going to take it apart. How easy is that? Yeah. And look, the seed starts to come out. And basically, you just, again, that's all there is to it. And with your hand, you just peel it back. Now you don't want this hard part of it, and you don't want this white part of it, but you just... Now there's some people, like I know some friends' homes that we go to, they actually leave it in chunks for you, like this in plates, and for you to do it. But I don't like that. I'd rather just peel it all like this.
Yeah. Have it ready
And
to go.
honestly, I find this a little therapeutic. So I put some good music on, and then I go to town. And if I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do just one pomegranate. I'm going to do quite a few because I'm already getting messy and dirty. So why not just do it, right?
Yep. Well, I don't think you would just eat one.
No,
Shayda
this
loves
is.
pomegranate.
I do, and what the funny part is like
Gotta have it ready to go all week.
I will overeat on this. I'm not gonna lie. It is my indulgence, and I don't care.
Well, it's a good indulgence, to
right? So it's all right. Do you have any questions up there?
have. Yeah. You do make it look easy. It's much better than the way I've done it.
It's really not that hard. But you do need a sharp knife.
Okay. So Sherry says hi. Linda
Hi,
says
Sherry.
hi, Shayda. Hope
Hi,
that you are
Linda.
having a great day. We can hear you fine. We don't have any of these organic here in Wyoming. Is it okay to buy them non-organic?
Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. You can certainly buy these non-organic because think about it. Look at the hard shell that it has. So you're going to be okay. Like this, you don't have to buy these organic.
Because typically you want to buy organic if it's the outside that's what you're
Right.
eating.
But this, because you've got the hard shell, it's like bananas.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay if it's not organic.
Yeah, because
So-
it's protected by
It
the
is
outside
protected.
layer. 'Cause this is
Absolutely.
pretty thick.
It's very thick.
You can see it.
Ooh, Erin just tried one.
Just had to lick my finger off there. Does it matter where it gets scored?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Not at all. But just do it on the sides because it'll make it easy to open it. And you see, we're not really making that much of a mess.
Yeah. See, when I had done it before, I just cut it in half and then there'd be juice everywhere.
Right.
And-
So when you do it that way, you are going to get juice everywhere.
Yeah.
But when you do
So
it
I like this way
this,
better.
but you do need a sharp knife.
And they just fall right out.
They really do. Oh, our gardener's going by. So sorry if you hear the gardener. He's outside. Maybe I should. We have pomegranate trees at our house, obviously. And in fact, I have to tell him to take some down because I think they're pretty ripe. I love this time of the year. It's so cool because all the pomegranates are out and it's just delicious.
Somebody said Sean Collins. Grace said that. I'm not sure if
About
she's
what?
tagging somebody in it. Maybe.
Okay, that would be good. Yeah, just share this, you guys, with people that you know, because I get a lot of requests like, how do you peel these? What do you do with it? What I do with it is I will get a big bowl and I will just eat it with a spoon. You can eat the seeds. It's full of fiber. You don't have to just have the juice and then spit out the little seeds. So it's full of fiber. So go ahead and don't be afraid to eat it. I do put it in my salads. I do put it on top of my basic hummus. I basically put this everywhere. Yes, I do. And I'm not shameful about it because it just really makes everything. But
it is one of the best fruits for you.
It really is. Yeah. But I got to tell you, it really is good with wild rice. Mm-hmm. It really is tasty with wild rice.
So how do you know when a pomegranate is ripe?
You want the full, you want it nice and big the way I showed you guys originally, and you want it to make sure that the skin is really red.
Okay. So really, the darker the better?
The darker the better, yeah. Okay. But I've had it the other way too, and sometimes it's a hit and miss. And if you really want good ones, like see some of this, they're not so good, you can just leave them out. You don't have to.
Okay. Because they're not as plump, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So they're a little more kind of, I don't know if you can tell on here, kind of more shriveled.
Sometimes. If you guys go to the market and you see pomegranates by Pomi, okay. Pomi generally is really, really good.
Pomi pomegranates.
Pomi, right. So you know how they have the palm juice and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have it for the pomegranates too. So
P-O-M-M-I-E?
I think it's P-O-M-M. Okay. Palm? Something like that. But those are really good as well. Yeah. Anything else?
Not yet. Anybody have any questions on pomegranates?
I want to see you guys to start eating more pomegranates. Well, maybe no, because then there won't be enough for me. No, just kidding. But this really isn't hard. I mean, it is time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was at True North, Ramses just went boom, 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 and I'm like, how the heck did you just? I tried to do it his way. I couldn't do it.
But you take your time, and it's therapeutic, and
It
you
is
listen to a good song, or put a good show on, and
yeah, absolutely.
peel your pomegranates.
You know, why not?
And when you peel them like this, they taste so much better than the prepackaged ones.
Absolutely. There's no need to buy the prepackaged ones unless you don't find them in your local area. That's, that could be a problem. But these pomegranates have a million uses. And once this is done, what I do with it is I rinse it in the colander.
Okay.
You don't have to. It's just, my mom got me to rinse everything. And you just let the water go. And
so then how do you store it?
well, you want to make sure that this, if you decide to rinse this, make sure that you let it dry. Like, make sure that the pomegranates have a little time to dry. You don't want to rinse, you don't want to store it when it's soaking wet.
Okay.
If you rinse it. If you want to store it, you can just even store it just the way it is. You just put it in a good Tupperware or a glass jar.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you have, and you store it that way. They last, well, okay, I shouldn't say they last a long time, because not in this house. I finish them up pretty darn fast.
But if you were stocking up on them, they could last in the fridge for
right, and also
5 days or...
Right, and then also these are really good to freeze, because guess what? Come winter time, you could have frozen pomegranates that you can put in your smoothie, or you can put in your oatmeal, or and anything that you want to have. So these are really good to freeze, and I find that it's not better than the frozen ones you're going to buy. So go ahead and freeze these. Don't be afraid of freezing them.
So Grace said she got cut off. She said you probably already answered this, but how do you know when they are ready to eat?
Oh, well, you want to make sure that the pomegranate is nice and it's a full size, and you want to make sure that the pomegranate is really red. The redder, the better.
So if it's a lighter pink or a lighter red color, then it's probably going to be a little more sour.
It might be, yeah, it might be.
So if the darker it is, the sweeter it is.
Nah, see, it's hard to tell you that. Yes, it's 100% true, because sometimes I have found that it was really dark and it was really this and that, and guess what? It was kind of sour. Like, okay. I know the pomegranates off of my tree, it's a little bit more on the sweet and sour side, which I actually like.
Okay.
So,
personal preferences.
yeah, absolutely. There's no right or wrong with these. I'm just happy that it's pomegranate season, because I'm a happy girl now.
When does pomegranate season end?
February. It's a shame. It should be all year round. So.
Any other questions on pomegranates or anything else for Shayda?
Anything? No? Well, if there's nothing else, this is here we are with the pomegranates and stuff.
That's what they look like.
So, if there's nothing else, then we're going to call it a day, and I want to thank you all for joining us. And I hope wherever you are that, you're safe and sound. I know the California fires are getting to a lot of people, but I really pray that everyone is safe. Have a good night. Bye.